Oh yeah, the AOC Biden wall shit. I saw this clip off Fox News as well.
Biden administration is set to
Biden.
resume deporting Venezuelan migrants.
Some new border wall, something he vowed repeatedly not to do in the past 2 years. Here he is yesterday.
And one question on the border wall. The border wall, the money was appropriated for the border wall. I tried to get them to reappropriate, to redirect that money. They didn't, they wouldn't. And in the meantime, there's nothing under the law other than they have to use the money for what it was appropriated. I can't stop that.
Do you believe the border wall works?
No.
Now, AOC disagrees with the president, posting the Biden administration was not required to expand construction of the border wall, and they certainly were not required to waive several environmental laws to expedite the building.
Yeah, this one kind of confuses me. I guess I just don't know why Biden would do this, if not for the fact that he had no reason but to. The amount of money that's been earmarked for the wall isn't going to make any kind of dent in the problem that we're having right now with a wave of immigration. It's just going to make him look like a hypocrite to everyone, and he's not even said that it's a good thing. So I'm not saying that AOC is wrong here. I just don't understand why he would do it. Like, it doesn't help him in any way at all to anyone, you know? Like, so is AOC incorrect when she says that he could have used the money for something else, or is he just doing something for no reason? I guess I don't really understand. How much is it anyway? Is it like 10, 20 billion? How much is earmarked? Does anyone know? Beau of the Fifth covered it. He has no choice. It's in appropriations. He literally sold off all the assets he could, so this money is just going to be wasted rebuying the materials. Oh, is that true? Like he's like, oh, well, we have $10 billion worth of concrete and bricks here. I'll sell it all to everyone else for $1. Hey, can we rebuy all that concrete and bricks back with the 10 billion we have earmarked? But if AOC is just talking out of her ass, that's pretty bad. I know that as a leftist, the immediate the immediate urge is to distrust Biden over this, and I mean, me too, yeah. But I mean, she has to know. I mean, she has access to information that's better than us. She's a congresswoman. Yeah, Chatter, Biden is going way further than the legal minimum he's being required to. You're like 50%. AOC is mostly correct on this. Biden is going way further than he has to. Okay, so Biden has to use the appropriation funds on the wall, but he didn't have to bypass the climate regulations. Is that correct? Yeah, waiving the laws to build border walls. I'm now more confused. Thank you. I don't think the president can reappropriate special appropriations funds. No. I understand that, but what about the bypassing? He has to use the appropriated funds for the wall. The bypassing or whatever the fuck will be enforced if he is sued for not using the appropriated funds. Bovidia?
Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Beau again. So today we are going to talk about Biden and laws and walls and what happened. We will talk about political maneuvering, political expediency, and how to...
I don't want to just watch this video. That's like unironically stealing content.
The president needs to take responsibility for this decision and reverse the course. Biden's DHS chief says Congress is to blame, not the White House.
Day one, this administration has made clear that a border wall is not the answer. The construction project reported today was appropriated, funded during the prior administration in 2019, and the law requires the government to use these funds for this purpose.
Now, White House officials are rushing to the president's defense, posting, quote, the funds for about 20 miles of border reinforcements were appropriated in 2019 before the president took office.
Okay.
He called on Congress to reappropriate the funds for smarter, more effective enforcement uses. Congress failed to do so. Rule of law requires the project to be completed in 2023. Now, of course, in the past, guys, when the White House has had some issues with the law and court rulings, they've pushed back and have vowed to fight them. See also abortion and student loans. Guys?
Hey, Lucas, here's the thing. We did report 2 weeks ago that, or the New York Post had it, we discussed it, that they were selling off pieces of the fence for pennies on the dollar. This is all related. So whatever we had, they can't put up what they no longer have. Weren't they violating the spirit or the actual sanctity of that law?
So wait, these guys aren't even calling Biden a hypocrite. They're acknowledging the fact that he's been obstructionist on this. Okay, you know what my takeaway is from this? I don't think this is that big of a deal. It's supposed to be 20 miles of wall. It seems like they were, this has been deliberately obstructed with previous selling that would make it more difficult for this money to go towards the construction of a law. There's probably a lot of like legally complicated stuff with regards to waiving the specific provisions for environmental protections or whatever, but it doesn't seem like that big of a deal. I guess the main thing is that, like, I've seen a lot of lefties who are acting like this is Biden's big pivot, and actually Biden and Trump are equal on the wall, or whatever. I've seen a lot of people like that. It's like, see, you said that Biden and Trump were different, but here Biden is building like, okay, so no. So that's just, like, not true. It was earmarked by the previous administration. They're legally obligated to use that money. They've been obstructionist and selling off funds beforehand to make it harder for more wall construction to take place, and there might be some legal nuance with regards to the environmental provisions, but that is... Frankly, that's the job for lawyers to figure out. I'm not legally educated enough. I would basically just like, someone will tell me something about it and I'll be like, oh, okay. And then someone else will tell me a different thing and I'll be like, oh, okay. I don't have enough knowledge to like make a ruling, except for the fact that this seems like it's not a big deal. So, okay, cool. Look at CNN's headline. CNN... Biden border wall. What headline? You know, CNN puts out multiple headlines. Why wouldn't you like link it? What are you referring to? Why am I even typing this? Oh yeah, I've seen this. Biden says border walls don't work as administration bypasses laws to build more barriers in South Texas. This is just like fake journalism. This is just lying. Like, the facts of the headline are correct, but the implication is deliberately dishonest. And CNN has been bought out and has been deliberately like pushing more right-wing shit. So obviously, you know. The Department of Homeland Security has concluded it is necessary to waive certain laws, regulations, and other legal requirements in order to ensure the expeditious construction of barriers and roads. 2019 Appropriations Bill. DHS required to use those funds for their appropriated purpose. It needs to be spent by the end of fiscal year 2023. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I want to have like more knowledge on this, but the impression that I'm getting from this is that this is just a bit of like dirty business that the Biden administration had to put through. One of the incredibly like complicated web of earmarked funds that get shuffled around by the federal government, and it just has to happen. And like otherwise you could commit some like giant legal battle to reappropriate it, but they tried to reappropriate it and Congress wouldn't do it, so now they're just stuck with it, you know. Yeah, I don't know if like the bureaucracy of the administrative state is best spent on arguing over the reappropriation of the funds to build 20 miles of wall when it was earmarked 4 years ago and legally needs to be spent by now. Yeah, because you could be sued for being obstructionist, like if you didn't spend the money. Yeah, okay, so my answer is then, congratulations. I came away from this being just as pro-Biden as I was before. All right, you know, I don't know. I guess maybe AOC knows some stuff that I don't, but I really, really, really wish that she wouldn't. Like, wouldn't it have been better if she was like, you know, like they tried to get these funds reappropriated and Congress wouldn't let them or something? Like, I don't know, man. She knows her base. She's in like a plus 30D district. It's not like she's fighting and clawing for every vote here. Like, you know, we need unity. We need to... This is not the right time to be like convincing your base of young people that Biden is some kind of hypocrite on border wall construction. Unity is overrated. It's actually oh, I get it. Like the game engine. I get it. Well, it's very important when it comes to like winning political coalitions. Yeah, I see. I don't know. It's a good point. He should fight it in court. I don't know what he could do to fight it in court. The money is earmarked for this, and he has to spend it. Like, what is there to fight, really? He could not do it and get sued. I mean, would that be better? Yeah, Black Caucus, but she has to call him out in the right things. Yeah, fighting it in court in this case just means getting sued, spending time and money fighting it, losing, and being forced to do it anyway, after taking an optics loss. And if it really is true that they sold off all the materials beforehand, meaning that a significant portion of the earmarked funds will have to go towards rebuying them, they're probably not even going to be able to build 20 miles. Like, that's another big thing too. Isn't that kind of based? Like Biden being so committed to not building more wall that even if there's legally appropriated funds towards that cause, he's like, well, good luck building it after I've sold all your bricks for pennies on the dollar. So you have to buy back all the materials. That's pretty based. I don't know. I mean, that's a degree of like, that's political obstructionism in a sense that I can really get behind. Would Biden blocking the funds be grounds for impeachment? I mean, anything can be grounds for impeachment, I guess, like depending on how bad faith you want to be about it. I'm sure they would say so. Yeah.